Hey, I'm Tommy Colletti. I'm here at the Music Zoo today. I own the Music Zoo. We've been here at this new location for a year now, previously in Little Neck for the last 18 years. I started this store because I was a guitar player. I'm still a guitar player and love guitar. And taught lessons for years, and the lessons kind of grew into like, hey, can you get me a guitar? I'm really looking for a Les Paul. Can you find something for me that would work for me? And I would go out on these pilgrimages to find people guitars and the bylines ads and different friends that had music stores and shops. And it sort of turned into what is now the store, which is collecting a bunch of Gibson guitars. We do Gibson custom shop and Fender custom shop and a variety of different brands. And I guess we'd like to consider ourselves sort of a destination for somebody that's looking for something very special, a unique guitar, something that helps define who they are as a player. It might not be necessarily the run-of-the-mill, just off-the-rack guitar. It might be a little bit different. We hand-select woods. I fly to Nashville several times a year and pick maple tops for Les Paul, light mahogany backs, get the neck dimensions that we like on certain guitars. We constantly experimenting with guitar pickups and amplifiers, and we're all gearheads, and we'll find a sound that we like, and then 2 weeks later go, no, it's got to be better, and we start all over again, and do this for ourselves and for our customers. And that's a big part, I think, of what goes on here, so it makes it a little bit more one-on-one thing as opposed to just, never wanted somebody to have the experience, as this has grown, I never wanted somebody to have an experience like they were going to Staples to buy a guitar, or Home Depot, and shouting through the aisle trying to find a Les Paul or whatever. So to me, we've accomplished that. And all the people that are here kind of have the same idea, and that's what we do. Thank God for the internet. So 12 years ago, we've been in business almost 20 years, and 10 or 12 years ago, we got the website up. It was actually sort of by accident. A friend who, if any guitar players know what G-Bass was, well, the original owner of G-Bass actually lived right by the old Music Zoo. And he lived in Douglaston, and we were in Little Neck. And he used to come in all the time, and he'd be like, I'm telling you, we're selling guitars on the internet. And I'd be like, nobody's buying guitars on the internet. What are you talking about? And 2 weeks later, he would come back again. He was like, I'm telling you, there's people selling guitars on the internet. And I'm like, nobody looks at the internet and anything for stocks, or whatever they're looking at besides guitars, And finally, round 3 or 4, he came in. He's like, just give it a try. And we put a guitar on G-Bass, and I think the picture of the guitar was on for maybe 2 hours. And it was a guitar that we had for forever. And it was a cool guitar, but you're only selling in a certain area. So we were in Little Neck, Queens, and there's a certain amount of guitar players that are going to come into your store during the matter of a month or a week or whatever. And then you put something like that out there into the universe, so to speak, and somebody in California bought the guitar in a few hours. And I was like, oh my God, this actually does work, And then you realize it's like you're connecting with people everywhere that have like minds like you do. And then from there, we just went bananas. So kept redoing the website every few months, and let's change this, let's do that, let's make it look this way, and here we are. I'm always surprised by the global impact of guitar, and how many people actually play that you don't know play. In your everyday life, since this is what I do, you talk to different people. You're a car mechanic, or you go to Starbucks and you get a coffee and you find out, well, the person behind the counter plays guitar, and my doctor plays guitar, and this, and you just find out everybody does this, and you don't realize how, until you start asking these questions, how close it is and how we're all sort of connected by the internet.
Very cool. So the next question, where's the furthest you've shipped a guitar, or the furthest that somebody's actually purchased a guitar from the Music Zoo?
Pluto. Yeah, Pluto was the farthest place we ever sold a guitar to. It was very hard to ship it. UPS killed us on shipping. The farthest, we've sold a lot of pre-owned guitars to Australia, to Japan. It's just, and I've relearned the globe. Every day something comes in here that I go, yeah, don't put that one up on the website. I'm going to take that home. And then what happens is we'll bring the case into my office, and it'll sit in the office or by my desk, and I'll keep looking at it and just and I play it a little bit, or it's just, and then something else comes in while that guitar's sitting there. And I go, no, I don't want that. I want that one that just came in today. That Strat that came in today is amazing, so I'm going to take that. And then I put the Strat there, and it stays in the bullpen. And then as I think about getting the Strat and putting it in the trunk of the car and taking it home, then this like a Super 400 comes in or something. So it changes all the time. And I'm sort of a guitar junkie, so it just keeps happening. You know, it's never, one fix isn't good enough. So you keep coming back for more. So.
Do you have a gem in your collection that you'll never part with, an absolute favorite, or?
I have one of Eddie Van Halen's guitars that Eddie was on tour, the Diver Down tour. And he was friendly with Vitas Gerulaitis, the tennis star who had tragically passed away in the 90s. And I think when Vitas was from New York, actually from Long Island around here. And when one of the concerts, I think it was at the Garden, Vitas was there. Eddie gave him one of the guitars that he was touring with. It's a Kramer striped guitar, you know, and he played it for a big part of the tour, gave it to Vitas. Vitas tragically passed away. And a friend of a friend hooked me up with his sister, who said, "Hey, I want to sell this guitar," and we wound up buying it. It's here. It's actually on display inside, and that's like Eddie to me is godly. So I think for me it was just like I'm close to Eddie somehow. You know, like there's magic. You know, I'm always interested in, like, I'm a technology person, so I'm always interested in the like new technology and stuff. And even though I love 50s guitars and like the reissues and stuff, I'm interested in like the guitar of tomorrow. What's going to change about it? What guitar is going to come out and the next Eddie Van Halen is going to play it, and what is he going to do on it, and why is it going to be different? That interests me. I'm waiting for that next person. I hope they come soon, you know. You can find us on www.themusiczoo.com. Not DA, but THE, themusiczoo.com. We're in New York, we're in Roslyn, New York, and Long Island. Reach out to us.